The first time I talked to E-Rock since the Friday show was just a mere half hour ago.
Yes.
E-Rock, so walk us through it. What happened after the big Friday show? For the people that didn't listen, E-Rock decided to make Friday Tequila and Donut Day.
Tequila and Donut Day.
Or Donuts Day. And he ended up having 10 shots of tequila. 10.
Mm-hmm.
10 shots of tequila.
How many did you have before you started to really feel like you might say something?
2.
2. He was babbling and crying.
No, you cried?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
No.
kind?
Slow down a little bit.
Oh, it was great.
He was crying. He was bawling, and we go to him, E-Rock, why are you crying? He goes, I'm not crying. He had no idea he was crying.
He didn't even know he was crying.
It
was fantastic.
It was one of the creepiest things. I swear we've seen a lot on this show, but I'll say it again. It's one of the creepiest things I've ever seen. He's bawling. Tears are flowing down his face. We go, E-Rock, what's wrong? Why are you crying?
His lip was all quivery.
And he goes, I'm not crying.
I'm not.
I didn't even know what to say to that because he swore that he wasn't crying.
And then he stopped crying, and then out of nowhere, he was talking about the show and everything, and then how he thought he ruined the show, and he goes, "It was supposed to be like that," and it was so fucking bad.
Not only did he not ruin the show, people say one of the best shows we've done in a really long time.
I heard ever. I heard it was one of the best shows ever.
Yes, it wasn't ever.
What was the crying thing about? Now that you're
honestly, I still don't know.
It was great.
I don't know because it wasn't a bawling, whining. It wasn't that. I was talking. I just happened to be.
But your voice was a little off as far as like cry, and your lower lip was quivering.
What do you remember about Friday?
It's great.
I remember most of it, and what I didn't, the listeners were kind enough to text it to me all weekend.
I'm sure they did.
Yeah, they said you had the line of the century. How did the line of the century go again?
It was like
is it the apology one?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I want to retract.
I retract my apology, and I'll go fuck myself.
And go fuck myself. Yes, I'll retract my apology and go fuck myself. Fucking classic. It was great.
So, what do you remember? Talk.
It got really difficult during the after show, which I think you guys predicted
we were
that.
So mad. We knew it would all kick in right at 10 o'clock. Although the last hour was pretty damn fucking good.
Yeah.
It kicked in pretty good before 10, but
I remember doing Sam's show and then realizing that it was like 10:50 and we were done. I thought I just sat down.
Yeah.
And then I go into the back, and then all of a sudden I'm getting, hey, Ron and Fez want to talk to you.
Ronnie.
So I came back down here, took a walk, did the weekend stuff, took another walk.
You were able to work after that?
Yeah, I did. I did all the weekend programs.
You had some pizza too, right?
How is that possible?
Didn't Roland get you some pizza?
Oh, no.
Yeah, I had a piece of pizza.
At 3 o'clock. Yo, fuck this shit. I'm going to go talk to Scott.
Oh, would that have been great?
Wait, but you're fast forwarding a little bit. I want to know more about the in show.
The in show. Okay. I'm trying to find specific. I mean, I remember I was just standing there the entire time.
Well, not really.
Well, no, not really.
When I was talking, I was right.
You were
there.
wandering around a lot in between shots.
Oh, I was running to the bathroom a lot.
And you were trying to find people to do shots with you, and you certainly.
Too, yeah, I was doing that.
Jimmy, we thought it was going to be a bust. He shows up with 2 bottles of tequila. We're like, no one's drinking tequila this early. And, of course, he did a couple shots, and then we're like, well, find other people to do shots with. Like, I didn't do any, Ent didn't do any.
And they found him.
Yeah, a lot of people wanted.
But he ended up fucking killing the bottle, man. He found people to do tequila.
I'm going to guess.
A lot of people.
I'm going to guess Nicole. I'm going to guess Troy. No?
Nicole said no. Troy wasn't here.
Troy wasn't in.
Wow.
Yeah.
So those were 2 guarantees that actually weren't partaking in Tequila and Donut Day.
Now, a lot of sports guys from around here did. Dennis did.
Dennis, the one guy you would think would never do tequila, ended up doing 3 or 4 shots.
Yeah.
That's great.
Taylor from Cosmo.
Yep.
She came by.
She did 2.
Some other people.
So, yeah, guys from like the NFL channel.
Right.
Stinky came in.
Oh, of course he did. Good for him.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Nothing has changed in 13 years.
It was great.
How drunk he is.
And then, of course...
Rich from the mashup.
Yeah, Rich.
He didn't do a shot.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, he did?
Yeah. Because Nicole wouldn't, so he did it for her.
Okay.
Yeah, and Roland allegedly did a shot. He had a different bottle of tequila. It was the
all right, that's something I want to address too.
It was the
because
the George Clooney tequila.
Why don't we have clips from Friday's show?
Yeah, probably should.
There's a few highlights.
Do we not have clips from Friday's show?
We should have the line of the century, whatever people call it, and then we certainly should have the exchange between you and Anthony.
That was a good one.
And we certainly should have Roland doing his shot. I don't know why we don't have a bunch of clips from Friday's show. If everyone's talking about Friday's show, we should have a few highlight clips.
Yeah.
Wait, do we not have clips from Friday's show?
We should. Jesus.
I swear to God, I've been fucking looking forward to hearing clips from this dumb show.
Especially because Jimmy wasn't even here for the show.
I got my
clips. Twitter blew up. People would tell me at the show, fucking today was classic. I wish E-Rock was E-Rock's a rock star.
Yeah, right. Amazing.
All right, Travis is working on some clips, so we'll have them maybe a little later this hour.
So there's a bottle of tequila. There was the Patron, which E-Rock was drinking, and then there was this George Clooney tequila that Roland had, and Roland came in with it and poured himself a shot.
And all he was doing was trying to promote the tequila.
Yeah, he swigged it down, and a couple of other people took some shots off of the George Clooney bottle.
Why's the George Clooney bottle? He has his own branding tequila.
Yeah, he's got his tequila. So then E-Rock is hammered at this point. He's already done 10 shots of Patron. The Patron was out, so he's like, drink some of this. So he takes some, he fucking swigs it down, he makes a face, he's like, smooth, that is smooth. Smooth. Yeah, you're right.
I'll let you finish. Sorry.
So there was a little over half a bottle of the George Clooney tequila left. So I grab it, and I'm like, fuck, man. It's early in the morning and shit, but E-Rock's been doing it. I'm gonna do a shot at least. So I fucking tip the bottle, and I'm just sitting here going, and it's just going down, down, down. Finally squeak out the last bit of it. Bottle's fucking empty.
You chugged tequila?
Well, apparently.
You would think.
Apparently.
That's what E-Rock thought.
Yeah, and E-Rock is looking at me like I'm a god. And
he called you awesome.
And he started again, he goes, I know you don't like me. And he starts crying.
But it wasn't the bawling.
No,
it just was happening.
It was just tears again. And he goes, but I got to tell you something. That was awesome. And he gives me the fist.
and they pound it out.
Shook your hand.
Yeah, he shook my hand, but you were doing a lot of fist pumping, E-Rock.
Now, that bottle of tequila.
Yeah.
Okay. Couple things. One, when I took it, and I know I did I said the smooth thing, I started to realize this was kind of weak.
Yeah.
Right? Did not dawn on me to what had happened until the show was over. You had your backpack, and you're like, see you later. Have a good weekend. And I'm like, he's going home. That was not tequila.
Yeah.
Oh, you knew before?
I didn't then, but I knew when I saw when he said goodbye to me and he started walking with his backpack.
I was
and I'm
fine.
Like, that wasn't
tequila.
I knew it tasted.
Roland had filled the bottle up with water before he even came in.
But I didn't know at that point.
But E-Rock did 3 shots from that bottle thinking he was still doing tequila. So the official count was 10. Even though on the scoreboard, I think we had you up to 13.
Wow.
Yeah.
3 fakies, 10 real shots.
And over the weekend, also, I was getting tweets from people that honestly thought I chugged a half a bottle of tequila.
Nice.
And, I would do that at 9 in the morning and drive back to Long Island after chugging half a bottle of tequila.
Yeah.
Jimmy's like,
goes,
and
So then what happened after you left here? You were able to do all your programming?
I did everything.
Let's see how it came out, though. You have to hear the fucking...
No complaints. I think it was the first weekend we didn't have any complaints.
Wow.
Maybe you should drink tequila every Friday.
Focused.
Wait, where do you get the tolerance from? You don't drink that much.
Tolerance.
Probably
he was
the
fucking
weight.
blasted.
Yeah, but to have 10 shots of tequila, I would be a fucking mess for a couple straight days. I wouldn't be able to...
Couple of straight days, man. Yeah.
I wouldn't be able to function after that. There's no fucking way.
You were so sloppy drunk, man.
I was doing... Anytime I had left, I had gone to the bathroom or I was downing bottles of water.
Yeah.
Right.
In between.
You sounded much better toward the end of the after show, and then on Ron and Fez, you sound a lot better.
But still.
On this show... You reached the point where you couldn't even fucking talk.
But you shouldn't have been better by the Ron and Fez show if you do 10 shots.
That's what I don't
amazing.
understand, because you didn't really eat a lot.
It's drinking a lot of water.
It's so early in the morning, you're not, putting food in you.
And he was moving around a lot,
So you got 10 shots on a mostly empty stomach. Holy fuck.
Donuts.
We got three clips out.
Yeah, the first one would be when Ant was slamming down the bottle.
Why would that be the first one we play?
We were just recently talking about it.
What other ones you got?
Travis is working on ones in the back. Another one is where Eric has a donut in his mouth and he's crying. And the other one is Sam asks him, "Who do you think treats you the worst around here?" And Eric gives his response. So, which one would you guys like?
Oh, I got hit donut crying.
Oh yeah, donut crying sounds terrific.
Yeah, they're all terrific. Yeah, play the donut crying one.
Full of jelly.
He's crying. Why? I don't understand this.
Why are you crying?
E-Rock, you're emotional right now for some reason.
Why?
Did the tequila just tap into like a region of your head?
I don't even know that I'm crying.
I am fucking baffled here.
Holy shit.
I have seen some shit with this radio show. What the fuck?
Wow.
You don't know you're crying? You got tears pouring down your eyes.
Nope.
Oh, wow, man.
Rich Voss, where are you going to be?
Isn't that amazing?
Right.
God damn, E-Rock.
You can hear that you're crying there, right?
This is the first I'm hearing any of this since
Oh,
being here.
wow.
I couldn't listen to the replays.
Yeah.
And I
well.
could tell when everyone got to certain parts of the replays just by the way my Twitter was blowing up.
Yeah.
And then over the weekend from On Demand when people were listening to it.
Yeah,
it
you could
just
tell
didn't
what part of the
stop.
show they were hearing.
Were you embarrassed?
No, I'm not embarrassed. It's difficult to listen to, but I'm not embarrassed about it. I've probably done other things that I've been embarrassed about more.
Yeah. On the show? Than this?
Sure, or in life.
Oh, well, yeah, but not in front of so many people.
Yeah, well.
Wow.
It's hard to hear yourself recorded when you're drunk. Just, let me listen to any afternoon drive show I've ever done.
Yeah, you were there, but it's like, I don't remember sounding quite like that.
Whoa.
That's just amazing. What clip next there?
We could play where Sam asks.
Yeah, do the Sam one next.
Who do you think treats you the worst? That would be you.
You think so?
Yeah.
Why is that?
Because you're an asshole.
Why do you think that?
Because it deflects all attention off of you, but lays positive attention on you.
I see.
If that makes any sense.
I see.
I don't think it does.
No, I don't think so either. So I'm the biggest.
That's great.
Yeah, that actually made sense, E-Rock.
It lays more positive attention on you.
That would be you.
And then we have the tequila, I guess, when I was chugging the alleged tequila.
Jesus! Oh my God! I've never seen anything like this.
He's finished the bottle!
Anthony just did a half a bottle of tequila.
Incredible!
Amazing.
And I know that he doesn't like me. But
This is like Jimmy.
But what?
that was awesome.
E-Rock, my friend, and I do like you a lot. You're crazy. You're crazy.
You're crying again. You know that, right?
Now I know. Because what he just did
Yeah. Awesome.
was fucking beautiful.
Fucking beautiful.
And you can isolate that and take a photo.
Wow.
You're a blubbering fool.
Great. It was unbelievable.
It really was.
People are like, you guys got to do that every Friday. You can't do
that.
those type of
Oh,
shows
my
every
God.
Friday.
No.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, it just wouldn't
Break that out every once in a while, certainly, but
be good. Yeah. I just
the whole part of not knowing you're crying, and I thought about all weekend.
Oh, it was
that is just
amazing.
weird to me.
Yeah, that was straight. And people have asked, and I don't have an answer.
Dude,
like,
tears were pouring out of your eyes. You would feel it physically, like, oh shit, man, I got tears
but it
all over my
wasn't.
face.
It wasn't your typical crying where, it was.
It was a typical cry. You were, like Ann said, your lip was quivering. And
it was great.
You were in cry mode.
All right, then it didn't feel like that. At
It
that point.
looked exactly like that.
And you were very red. Like, I'm looking at you now, and
Yeah.
you're normal and stuff. You were so red. like just boozed up.
I was
red.
very hot.
Yeah.
I give off a lot of heat.
A lot of heat.
That was unbelievable.
Oh boy.
We certainly will have more clips. I want to hear some Denny clips too.
Yeah, he was fantastic.
I don't know if it'll play as well as it did live. Who knows? But
I just loved the radio voice, everything he was saying.
well, the
Not just
contrast between
voice.
these two as well.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You're a babbling, blithering drunk, and he's trying to hold this level of radio professionalism while all this shit was
this
going
madness.
on. It was great.
I think
through the madness.
towards the end, I said some not nice things to Dennis.
Oh, you were saying not nice things to pretty much everybody.
No, but around here is one thing. He's I guess a guest, and I think I was kept pointing out how many times he's been fired. In the industry.
You think you kept saying it.
But there was nothing that bad.
Nah, it wasn't that
there
bad.
was nothing you can't come back from.
Sal took the brunt of your drunken anguish.
Why, Sal?
Well, Sal just thought the whole bit was ridiculous.
Sal
Didn't
thought
you,
the bit was
Sal?
crazy. Sal wouldn't participate. He wouldn't do a shot.
Sal, you thought it was ridiculous, right?
And it backfired on Sal. Sal was trying to be the professional, not drinking,
Right.
and making fun of E-Rock for drinking on the air and coming up with the bit in the first place. And then meanwhile, all the Twitter comments, E-Rock's a rock star, Sal's a faggot. That's pretty much what the consensus was. It backfired on you, didn't it?
It's nothing against Eric for drinking. I like to drink. It's just I wanted Eric to do whatever he wanted to do. Let him, per se, dig his own hole.
Shine.
Yeah, let him
dig
do
his own hole. Please.
Let him say whatever he wants to say. I wanted nothing.
He dug his own hole and then threw you in it.
Yeah, that's fine.
He did well.
I just didn't want to drink that day. Let Eric be the point of attention.
It was great.
E-Rock has done so much shit for this radio show. It's
Which he
unbelievable.
pointed out as he was crying. He
was
went
running down
over
the list.
everything he had done for this program. It was great. It was fantastic. And then I like when he just stopped and said, "This wasn't supposed to be how the show went."
After it was it was so obvious it was an amazing show to everybody, and then he turns around thinking he bombed.
Thinking he ruined the show.
And ruined the show, and he started crying again.
And it's the actual thing is it's every other day you should feel that way. Eric's the best.
Ah, it was great.
No one wanted to make eye contact with him because he was just like doing this with he was going back and forth trying to pin his eyes on someone.
Someone was gonna
give
feel
him a
his
talking
wrath.
to. Yes,
his wrath.
He's a very emotional guy. That's all. Eric's a very sensitive guy.
So you put in a full day's work.
Yeah, because after this show, I did Sam's show.
Yep. Ron and
walked
Fez
around for a little bit, and then Ron and Fez wanted to talk to me, so I came in and finished the stuff for the weekend. Walked around the city for a while, got something to eat, and then went home.
How'd you get home?
I got home. It was all good.
Oh no, he drove.
Boy, I got home. That's never good.
Ooh, a little behind the wheel action.
I didn't say that.
How many hours later did you go home?
Yeah, what time did you go home?
I got home 3:15, 3:30.
Ooh, that's
It was only about 5 hours later. And then what happened? You just crashed?
I passed out, and then I woke up and saw the clock was like 6:40, and started freaking out because it's that time of the year
where
the morning looks exactly like the afternoon.
You thought you were late for work. I hate that.
I jumped up, started panicking, and I'm like fumbling trying to get my phone, and was reading my phone and thinking you guys were trying to call for the last hour or something, right?
Shit.
And then I'm looking and I see Twitter going through, and then I realized, I went to work today.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go lay back down.
It really is great when that happens, because I've had that happen. You wake up, you really think you got to get to work, and you're like, oh, wait, I already did that today.
You know, you'd think after so many years that it would kind of go away, and it never does.
Now you panic.
Did you get sick?
No, actually, I didn't.
That amazes me.
Yeah.
I didn't throw up, and I was expecting a bad headache or something, and I didn't even have that. But Roland tells me this after anything, and I never believe it, but this time it actually happened. Roland tells me, and he goes, "Oh, tequila shits are the worst." But he says that after barbecue and Guinness and any of that
he
stuff,
says it
right?
after everything.
Yeah. But yeah, it was nonstop for I think 3 or 4 hours. It was just constantly going.
Dutying?
Oh yeah,
Just pouring out of you?
just There was nothing solid at all. It's like, when you took a garden hose and turned it, instead of the stream, it just goes on that faint spray.
Oh my God. You're
damn
just
it.
spraying out of your asshole.
So yeah, for like 4 hours in a bottle of Pepto, and finally calmed
Have
down.
Denny say that. Spraying out of your asshole.
Here's the tokens.
Here's the
Yes.
tokens. Yes. Make sure Denny stops in after when he arrives today. Sal found a kind of a long clip about how you think you ruined the show. After it was obvious to everyone we had an amazing show.
Let's hear that.
Yeah.
Before you do that, to Anthony and Toby.
Yeah.
I am sorry I fucked this whole show up.
What?
Eric.
What do you got for me, Sal? Hold on. Hold on, Dennis.
Jesus, Denny, you don't know good radio when it's right in front of your face.
Stepping on a bit.
E-Rock, what are you talking about? What do you mean?
E-Rock
What do you mean you
corrects
fucked
him.
it up?
This is not what it was supposed to be.
What was it supposed to be? Boss.
What was it supposed to be?
It turned out Look at Rich.
Rich, do you miss partying? Not at all, right? What are you talking about, E-Rock? Eric.
Perfect.
The show was good. Why are you crying and saying you messed it up?
What I fucking love about E-Rock, this is where he got honest and fucking got even with this fucking jamoke right here.
Right.
E-Rock.
Okay, and I
What
like
was
that.
the show
Pointing
supposed to
Sam.
be? What was the show supposed to be?
Not this.
What were you thinking it was going to be?
You know what? Fuck it. You're welcome for 4 hours.
Wait, what? But why do you think the show sucked? Or that you ruined the show?
A drinking show?
Yeah, but look, the donuts are gone, the tequila's gone. What kind of show did you want today?
You know what? You're right. You had nothing planned.
What happened?
What happened? You're confusing everybody.
Yeah, because
Most people would say
came
this
up
was a
with
pretty good show.
Tequila and Donut show, but now you're saying that you're sorry you ruined the show. What makes you think you ruined the show?
I don't think people really wanted to hear this. But now that I'm thinking about it, and have worked in radio for 19 years, yeah, they wanted to hear this. So I retract my apology and go fuck myself.
Was that the end of the clip?
I retract my apology and go fuck myself.
It's about 30 seconds more if you want to hear the rest.
Oh, 30 seconds more? Yeah, play it out.
This was awesome.
Oh, God.
You sure? You sure it was awesome?
And
Yeah, we went late. I see that. Yes, it's past 10.
He's running the gamut of emotions.
10:08,
Yeah.
bonus time.
bonus time. Do we get bonus money, though? Denny?
Well, you're stepping into somebody else's day part here.
Yeah, Sam's show, which...
It's stepping into somebody
Well,
else's
middays,
day
though.
part.
Are middays that important in radio, Denny?
Oh, sure. It's the at work, the at work listening.
Yeah.
Because people leave the radio on, and you get all those quarter hours.
All those quarter hours.
All those quarter hours.
Do you know there's something to be said for guys? One of the shows I did on the road this weekend was a guy who did the show by himself.
Yeah.
And he was doing radio for 30 years, and he was one of these guys who was just a fucking pro.
Yeah, yeah.
And he didn't fake laugh, but he was very conversational, engaging. And when I walked out of there, I'm like, God damn, that guy was a fucking pro.
Professional,
like,
right?
It was so much fun. Like, you don't run into those old school guys anymore. There's something really, really great
Most of
about
them are gone.
the ones that aren't cheesy. Like, this guy wasn't cheesy.
Yeah, it is an actual talent, and it's one of those things that like just are gone.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then, so Friday was a waste for you? You didn't really do anything Friday night?
No,
You were done.
There's nothing I could do. I was running to the bathroom. I was, doing Pepto-Bismol and just trying to let it work itself out.
Man, when did you start feeling all right?
After I woke up, like I like around 6:47 around there, I started feeling better. I felt achy, but I wasn't like my head wasn't fucked up. I didn't have a headache. I didn't feel nauseous.
I just don't understand that.
I'd have had to wait
I
until
was just
Saturday morning,
running
to the
Saturday
bathroom a lot.
afternoon, and been like, all right, I think I'm okay.
Yeah, it would have been well into Saturday for me. I'm a fucking lightweight.
Jeez.
And then Saturday you felt pretty normal.
Saturday I got up at 10 o'clock and
Jeez, man, that's
did stuff
amazing,
around the
man.
house.
And
Good for
How did the wife take the whole thing?
She was laughing at it. She
Yeah,
thought it was
huh?
good.
She thought it was cool.
Yeah, she understood.
She's a cool broad.
Yeah.
She understood.
The Mrs. Z-Rock is a cool
Oh,
broad.
yeah.
What other clips you got, Sal? Anything else?
We got Eric doing his first and second water shot, and we got another long clip of E-Rock and Denny going back and forth.
Oh, nice. Okay. So, Jimmy, then we switched, did the switcheroo. So now he's drinking water. But he absolutely did 10 shots of tequila.
And he absolutely didn't know that this was water.
No, he had no idea.
no.
First did it.
Yeah,
No.
listen to this.
All right, here we go.
Wait.
Cheers.
Salud.
Salud. You drinking? Oh, God.
Oh, that's smooth.
Oh, that's smooth.
Can I hear that one more time, please?
Oh.
Please, I want to hear E-Rock's oh.
All right, here we go.
Wait.
Cheers.
Salud.
Salud. You drinking? Oh, God.
Oh, that's smooth.
Water. Fucking water. Oh, that's smooth.
Oh, you're right.
But he made a face before he said that also. Like, he was expecting it to be rough. So he made a face like it was rough. Like, and then you realize, oh, ooh, that's smooth.
Okay.
Yeah, that's when I started. It was like, this doesn't, it wasn't as,
You didn't
didn't have the kick the other one did.
You absolutely
Certainly
didn't
didn't.
realize, though, until after the fact.
No, not until Ant was leaving.
All right. What else you got there, Sal?
We got another one of Eric doing another water shot.
Sure, hit that.
Oh, he's pouring it on the carpet for the homies. E-Rock, do a shot with the guy. Come on, it's your promotion.
I did enough.
You did not?
He's up to 11. Maybe he needs a breather.
But that's smooth.
Yeah, show him. Oh, it is.
Is it?
Yes.
The last one was really smooth, huh?
going down.
Is it smooth?
That's water.
What? The other guy.
Who?
What?
The other guy just blows the
Denny?
bit. No, some guy we brought in.
Some guy, and he
Just
took
blows the bit.
a swig of
he didn't know,
the
though.
tequila
Yeah,
slash
maybe
water.
we should have told him.
Probably
Yeah,
should have.
but He goes, oh, that's water.
But he didn't blow it because E-Rock didn't.
Yeah, E-Rock still didn't know.
Oh, yeah.
Even though right in front of his face, the guy said it was water.
Yeah.
Oh, but E-Rock didn't think so. You just thought it was smooth.
Smooth.
That's smooth. Oh.
And then we got a clip of E-Rock and Denny going. Is it Denny or Dennis?
Dennis.
It is Dennis.
Yeah, his name is Dennis, but
Everyone's
call him
been
Denny.
calling him Denny there Friday, so.
Fair enough. So here's E-Rock and Denny going back and forth. Old school radio guy and E-Rock just fucking hammered. He drank a half a
Talk
bottle
about
of
tequila. I try to
tequila.
find things
I
that
like
we've done
tequila.
during the week
Water.
and maybe reapply
Yeah,
it
yeah.
to the show.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Denny?
Hey, is this mic hot? I don't want to
No
touch
one
it until
cares.
it's on.
No one cares.
You did 3 hours.
I don't want to touch it until it's on.
It's all
If it's on.
That is so. Who Every
cares?
little aspect of radio professionalism, he knows it.
Who cares if it's hot? Just
Well, it's just, like...
You don't move a hot mic.
No, you don't.
It makes sounds.
you don't move a hot mic.
No, you don't want to make those sounds because then the listener's saying, hey, gee, what's that? It just distracts from the listening experience.
You gotta learn these things.
How's this guy feeling over
We're
here?
constant. Oh, well.
Oh well, he's crying, but he doesn't know he's crying.
We got to get a listener to take him home.
E-Rock,
Get
you
yourself
should-
an Opie and Anthony prize pack.
You should probably tell Denny how you feeling.
Denny did great. The first 3 hours, he
Sounds
did great.
good. He's the
not
Foster Brooks
needed
of radio.
now,
That's right.
but he was
He's
great.
not needed.
He was.
The star.
He just told me he's not needed now.
Who's the star now, E-Rock?
E-Rock loves telling people they're not needed any longer.
We're past 10 o'clock.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
You're in
Hey,
We're
you
in
guys gotta
overtime.
hit the network news or something at the top of the hour?
Shut up. Turn his mic off.
Shut up.
Who's the star right now, Eric?
Turn it off. Don't laugh at me. Turn it off.
Oh, don't laugh at me. Turn it off.
And try to back time. If you have 2 minutes, give me
he's
Stay by
still
Maurice
talking.
Williams. It's 1:36.
All right, it's this Denny show.
This is one of the best Fridays ever. Holy shit.
Fucking weird.
Do you guys have like a regular sign off, like I was on, now I'm gone, or anything like that?
It's on now.
All right, let's do
sign
something.
off.
Next time we get together, I'll bring the
Let's
coffee. No need
pretend-
for the sugar because you're sweet enough.
Let's pretend it's your last
It's a
show
benchmark. It's a
because you've been
benchmark.
fired many times.
You don't get to do a last show.
Okay?
E-Rock is a belligerent drunk.
But he goes, you don't get to do a last show, which is
Yeah,
another
yeah.
radio thing.
Yeah, you don't
That's true.
Yeah.
You know that's true, E-Rock.
Yeah.
Quote the great Rich Voss. Pingo. You don't get to do a last show when you were fired from terrestrial.
Right.
Do your final do your final sign off when, like, say, maybe
Hey, how about
CBS
Firefall?
Oh, he's still
Goodbye, I love you.
He's still talking.
trying to create something here, and you're walking all over it.
Well, because I'm used to talking with music under me.
Yeah, but no one cares.
Hey, we gotta get out of here.
No one cares.
Firefall. He's got a song for everything. Wait, let's do this. Give a topic. Throw out a topic and see if Denny has a song real fast.
No.
A topic, please. Please. That's it.
Yeah, we got some more. We have Denny doing some intros to some music hitting the post, I think.
Jesus.
Yeah. Whatever one you guys would like.
What do you want to do?
Denny hitting the post on working for the weekend.
Yeah, that was a good one. Let's hear what that sounded like.
Yeah, okay.
Why not?
How about
I know. Working for the weekend.
That's right,
yeah,
Lover Boy.
Lover Boy.
Go ahead, give it to me.
Here we go. This is your weekend party song right here.
You guys
It's like
oughta do
Jerry's
that,
gin joint.
Oh, what is this? The live version?
Sal again.
Holy shit, Handsome Johnny Tube Steaks wouldn't do that.
All right, it's time. It's the 5 o'clock whistle. We're getting out of the office. You've been there all week working up a sweat, but now it's time to work on a boogie on the dance floor. Lover Boy, come on in here and show us how to rock and roll, because you and I, baby, we're working for the weekend. Let's do it. Yeah!
Let's do it. Love it.
Opie's Chrysler
Danny.
video. The Chrysler building
Beautiful.
video is up on Opie Radio on YouTube. It's on the Facebook. Opie.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
And then Iraq just was plugging everybody's
Every
like gigs. and
little
where
dumb
they're gonna
thing
be
we're all doing.
Yeah, he obviously didn't mention Toledo.
Oh, Jimmy.
Anything else, E-Rock? You don't feel ashamed or anything, do you?
Nah, I guess some of my family's starting to hear this for the first time now.
What? Really?
Yeah, my brother just texted me.
Oh.
He goes, "You're a mess."
Oh.
But he said, "This is awesome."
You know, he's like Billy Bibbit in Cuckoo's Nest after he had sex.
Yeah.
And this is Nurse Ratched saying, "Aren't you ashamed?" And E-Rock's going, without stuttering, "No, I'm not."
Right.
No, I'm not.
And our job is to get him back to shame and
Right.
punch his penis as he's dragged away. So he cuts his own throat in the office.
Yeah.
Hearing Voss laugh was very funny, too.
Oh, yeah.
It was unbelievable.
Voss is hysterical laugh.
E-Rock shouldn't be ashamed at all. That was amazing.
Shame. What a performance.
If you did that every fucking Friday, then yeah, of course.
Fucking
but,
zooted.
Zooted.
man.
That was a hell of a
Any other clips coming in, or is that about it?
Yeah, we got a little more of E-Rock and Denny going back and forth. That's a long clip. And we also have Denny hitting the post on an
I like the E-Rock and Denny going back and forth because there's such a contrast there.
Yeah.
There's even though Denny did 3 shots of tequila, he kept it like, fuck that. I still got to be a radio professional. Let's listen to this. You know the ramp time in this song, Denny?
Just giving me alpha.
Who's that,
We got a couple of
Tavares?
posts in it. No, that would be the Tramps.
Oh, the Tramps, right. Tavares
Group out of Philadelphia.
did the other one from Saturday Night Fever.
More Than a Woman,
More Than a Woman.
which is written by the Bee Gees.
Sounds like a Bee Gees song, right?
Yeah, it is Bee Gees.
Of course, yeah. No, I mean, it sounds like they were singing.
Well, I've had myself a blast reliving the past here on a Friday. The Opie and Anthony Show, Tequila and Donuts. Don't forget Rich Voss. He's going to be out there at Bohemia. Make sure you go out and see him. We're going to be out there with the van. Sam's got the wheel of prizes. You've got some Opie and Anthony koozies to win. That's right. Also got some chapsticks, too. Bring him into the boss on Monday. He'll get a kick out of that. My name is Dennis Falcone. So much. Don't forget, this coming weekend here on the 60s on 6, everybody's favorite cousin, Cousin Bruce, will be here at 8 o'clock. Make sure you join him.
They just have an instinct for that
It's
shit.
fucking great.
Fucking beautiful. That is beautiful.
I'm helping out E-Rock, though.
Yeah.
How did I fail?
He failed.
He failed?
That was supposed to be his final sign-off. He was just signing off for the
The
week.
thing is, you don't say anything. You never say goodbye.
He knows that. He
No, the
can't
radio
do that.
station goes on, and you don't want to do anything bad.
Shut up.
No.
Shut up. Hope's right.
Well, but these
This was your final send-off, and you promoted a fucking song.
He's
That's
a
right,
gentleman
because you
to the
know what?
end.
He's a gentleman.
I would be fucking
I'm a
breaking the
station
equipment.
employee.
And
A professional.
No,
You know
you're
what?
not. They fired you.
All right, say you go to another market and you say, you know what? You know what he did on his last break?
Shut up.
I'm just a music jock. I'm not Opie and Anthony.
I
Where
almost
those
called you
guys are
Sal, and I
zany
apologize for the
DJs.
insult.
They could do
Dennis.
stuff like that.
Dennis.
I'm not gonna do that.
I know, and you're looking for your next gig. I totally understand that. But
oh, you're actually for his next.
you need to say your final goodbye to the audience that made you
No.
on
you-
the station
you
that you're
don't-
currently
you
on.
don't say goodbye because the station is 24/7.
You
It
don't
goes on
say
forever.
goodbye because
No.
you know what happens next week
They don't
at
give a damn about
3
you.
p.m.,
They
6
don't
a.m.,
care.
whenever the fuck you're on.
Life
Some
goes
other
on.
dude, and guess what? The audience doesn't give a shit.
And exactly, life goes on.
Doesn't give a
You're
shit.
not going
Life
between
goes on.
anger,
Doesn't give a shit.
crying,
Goes on.
You say your goodbye,
and love.
and then you go off to Toledo.
Hey, look, my friend,
where
I've been in this business for 30
Shut
years,
up!
What's going on in Toledo, Eric?
Jim Norton will be.
Yes.
I don't know the
Danny
place,
just took
but
his
he's in Toledo.
That's it. I mean, come on. You rock. I just can't take it anymore.
not insulting
I got to
you.
listen to professionals
I'm
like
not
that.
Radio war.
You're insulting me.
No, you're a veteran. I'm not insulting you. I have the utmost respect for you. But this is your last show. You should say goodbye
Puppy.
to the audience that
I said I've had a
supported you,
blast reliving
that
the
built
past.
you.
Nah, it built me. Come on, you just move on. That's
And
it.
then you welcome them back when you go to the next station.
See you on down the dial, wherever that may be.
See on down the dial. How do you not love him? You got them all.
But you didn't say that during your
Answer
goodbye.
for
That's the
every
perfect thing you
situation.
say. I'll see you at 1560 a.m. Any further to the right, I'll be in the glove compartment. I play polka music at 1390 WRIV.
You did.
I've done that.
You've done the
Done
polka.
it. Done
it
it.
all.
Done it.
We're
Any
back
further
live.
to the right, and I'll be in the glove compartment.
How old school is
Dude,
that?
that's a fucking. You know that line's been around before.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. He's got them all. He's got them all.
The old school where there's an actual dial
Right.
that went back and forth in your car, and that was way over to the right.
That's funny.
I'll be in your
Further to
glove
the right, I'll be in
compartment.
the glove compartment. Oh, that's funny.
How great is that? What do you got, Sal? One more, you said?
Yeah, E-Rock tells Ope to go home.
Is that you want to? You should
belligerent.
puke, man. Get
Maybe
some of
you
that
should
alcohol
puke.
out of
I don't
out
feel
of-
sick, though.
Yeah, but
I know,
get
but
it
you're
out of you.
crying. You don't even know you're crying.
Yeah.
I
You
can
wanna-
see this ending horribly.
You want to belly up to the garbage and stick
know
your fingers
what?
down your throat?
Go home.
You're done.
Holy shit!
Scott and Todd in at 9:48.
And we're gonna
And
end at
it's
9:52.
Something.
I'm staying in the seat for a little longer. Fuck that.
Go home. No one needs
Go
you.
home.
That's so mean.
Yeah.
Just mean to everybody.
Yeah.
We were all scared to make eye contact with him.
E-Rock is a nasty little drunk.
And it all started with the Scott and Todd shit.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
That fell, I fell a little flat, I guess, considering all the work you put into it.
But
What did he do? I was watching Dish Nation, I thought of you. What did you do about Scott and Todd?
Just breaking down their show and the fact that they don't really talk that much and they get paid between $2 and $4 million a piece to
Get
do.
the fuck out of here,
Yeah,
really?
exactly. That's why I brought it to the show. They make a shitload of money to do
And
pretty much nothing on their show.
apparently they talk just a fraction over an hour every show. That's it.
An hour out of 4. They're
four.
on the air 4 hours. They talk maybe an hour.
Yeah.
I watched some of that horrible Dish Nation, thank you, and God damn, the way
People
they do
like
the
the
jokes,
Dish Nation.
it sucks.
But
Yeah.
people are watching, man.
The Black Show isn't that bad. Like, compared to the other shows, that one is actually okay compared to the Scott and Todd and the other. Oh,
Scott and Todd.
that Scott and Todd's abominable.
So hard to watch on that show. On that Dish Nation.
Yeah, when he does the, he's just doing jokes in his sweater. So am I actually right now. But he's doing them into camera. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Playing to the camera, yeah.
Oh, yuck.
Yuck, huh? Well, do we have that disc of Scott and Todd? Because
Oh.
we should have that. Maybe we'll play that after the break.
Oh, right, because we never got to it Friday.
No, we never got to it.
Never
This could be
played it.
good. We can maybe play this after the break. We'll see.
Let's do that.
Anything else, E-Rock?
I like when he said there was jelly in the donut and he was all happy.
Yeah.
He's like, he's crying with a face full of jelly donut,
Yeah,
like Private Pile. Yeah, exactly.
You absolutely held your own, man.
Well, that's good.
You really did, considering you were
Oh, yeah.
10 shots in.
Thanks for the Toledo plug.
Yeah.
Very well. Good boy.
Even though you couldn't remember where it was.
It's all right.
I tried for the life of me.
Neither could anybody else in Toledo. E-Rock's a sweet boy.
And E-Rock's always been a soldier, man. Period. I say that to everyone.
Never says
The amount
no.
of shit he's done for this show is ridiculous.
Oh, yeah.
Ridiculous.
Yep.
E-Rock is he's the very rare combination of utterly incompetent and irreplaceable.
Very rare.
It's very rare that he does absolutely nothing and yet is irreplaceable on the show. Absolutely worthless and yet loved.
We got it.
The clips keep on coming in. We're going to have to replay that show.
It's so many
Next time we're out or something.
So many people were raving about it, saying that they heard the original show and then had to listen to one and some people 2 replays.
Right,
hearing it 3 times and they were still cracking up.
I got to get this. I got to get Sirius XM activated in my car.
Yeah, right.
I fucking keep forgetting.
Right.
To get our channel activated. But
Did this make the countdown?
No, it didn't. Because I couldn't focus on that show.
Oh, boy.
To edit it down.
All right, so it'll be fresh.
Normally it
when we
would have
replay
been.
the whole thing.
Yeah.
We have another clip coming in. We're not playing the whole show, by the way. These are clips that they're just
I'm dying.
grabbing
I
on the
wanted
fly.
to hear these.
What do you got, Sal?
This is when everything starts to blur a little bit for Eric.
How many shots in, you think? Do you remember, E-Rock?
I have no idea.
Yeah, all right.
I'll have to listen.
What's the matter, E-Rock?
You all right, Bubba?
E-Rock. Woo! How you doing?
Everything is blurring. I saw Opie here, and here.
Are you?
saw 3 of me.
Wait, which one's the Opster?
Yeah, the Opster, Opie, and Greg Hughes in the
Do you
studio.
feel
You're
okay,
in
though?
this general area.
Do you have the spins? A little bit?
No, I don't have the spins, but it's like all over. Blurred.
Holy shit, he's fucked up! Oh no, E-Rock.
How many
Your eyes are tearing, too.
How many Anthonys you see?
He's right here.
Why is
you're
your
over here?
Your eyes are totally
Why-
tearing.
yeah,
like
your
you're
eyes are
crying
tearing.
tears. Look, there's tears running down your face.
And he can't keep them straight.
E-Rock,
either.
why are you crying?
Look who he
I
works
have no
for.
idea.
Oh, those are called tequila
Are you
eyes.
okay?
No, they're called tequila eyes.
But I see his lip is quivering, too. E-Rock's crying. What happened?
I'm fine.
He's crying.
This is fucking bizarre.
It's not watery eyes. He's actively crying.
Yeah. Like,
Why are you
I see your
crying?
lip quivering. Why are you crying?
I'm not. Maybe I need a donut.
He doesn't think he's crying?
I don't like chocolate.
That isn't just tears like when something goes down. He's... What's the matter?
That tastes awful.
That tastes awful. Wow, man.
Jeez.
Yeah, that was the first crying episode.
Amazing.
Where it was like, wow, his eyes are like, your eyes went from drunk glassy, which, we've all seen, and to just like welling up to running down your cheeks. You're like, what the fuck? That was so weird.
Yeah, was not really aware until you kept pointing it out over and over, and then I'm like, oh,
Because
Yeah, it's like, uh-oh.
the only reason we kept pointing it out over and over again, it was so bizarre to not know you were crying.
Yeah.
That was
I
so
didn't,
strange to me.
Yeah, I didn't even know it had started at that point.
Oh,
now.
my God.
And it wasn't just a little. I mean, tears were pouring out of your eyes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Tears in his eyes, I guess.
Yeah. Gonna squirt? Gonna squirt?
Gonna squirt.
Is that it
Yeah.
for the clips? Those are pretty good clips.
Yeah, we got. They're coming in little by little, but Sam's coming to show me one right now.
Yeah. If my dad was here, he would have called you pissy eyes. Jesus Christ. Yeah, it's fucking great.
So, what's going on? Should we break?
Whatever you guys want to do. I mean, I'm trying to. The folder's taking a little while to load all the clips that are coming in.
We got more clips worth playing, Sam?
Want? I mean,
There's a million of them.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I just pulled a clip of Eric being very you always talk about confident E-Rock.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
after show confident E-Rock was as confident as I've ever seen any person.
Wow.
Especially when Nicole walked in.
Really? All right.
All right, yeah.
Why don't we take a little break, and we might play more clips from the big Friday show, Tequila and Donut Day.
I'd love to hear that one, Confident E-Rock.
Yeah, Confident
I
E-Rock.
really, I've never
We have
seen it.
right now if you want. It's a minute long if you want to just.
We'll play it after the break, because there might be a couple more that come in to finish up this whole thing. All right? All right. We have more clips from E-Rock. The big show is Friday. E-Rock decided to do a theme show out of nowhere. I mean, he surprised us. We had nothing to do with it. And he announced on Friday that it was going to be Tequila and Donut Day. And we thought no one would partake.
Thought it was going to be the dumbest idea ever.
But man, we were wrong. And people are saying it's a career, a show highlight, an Opie and Anthony show highlight for the ages. E-Rock ended up having 10 shots of tequila. We said he did 13, but we didn't want to tell him that 3 of those shots were water. He had no idea. So
he didn't know.
The official total was 10. And a couple of those shots were some big shots, so it was probably more than 10 shots of tequila. And then you went on the after show. This clip is from the after show, Sam.
Yeah, I mean, I invited E-Rock to co-host with me.
Oh, nice.
So he was,
Oh.
What's that, Sal?
Eric left the song open playing.
What, you blaming Eric?
of course he is.
Eric's in here.
Oh, Jesus. George W. Bush?
Eric, you just blamed.
What do you blame? George W.
How does he blame? How do you blame E-Rock on that? He's in here.
Sal was the one guy still giving Eric a hard time on Friday.
Really?
Where's handsome
I was
Johnny
having fun
Tube
with
Steaks?
When is the
Where
trade
is he?
going down officially?
He's taking a well-deserved day off.
Wow.
South by Southwest is over, so I think Johnny Tube Steaks is on the table.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll be happy in your new home there, Sal.
I don't want to do whatever he does.
Well, you don't want to do anything.
Oh, he nailed you.
Do you even know what he does?
No idea. Something in the music seems like you're just dragging
Yeah, that'd be good for
music into a
you.
log all day. No, I would definitely not stay here if that happened.
Whoa! Hey, a little threat.
No, it's not
Whoa.
a threat. I would.
Oh, it's a
I would
promise?
Be here with you guys.
Must be nice to have some throwaway money. Where you
Yeah.
just go, you know what? I'm just gonna throw my job away because I don't
Fuck
need the
you,
money.
money right there.
He's got
Yeah.
fuck you money at his
Amazing.
age.
Would you do that when you were 23? Would you be
Oh
like,
my
"Look,
God! You know how many
God.
times I want to throw my job away? I didn't have that luxury.
You didn't like the better jobs?
Yeah, right. I didn't have.
You like he's saying it's a job in radio.
Yeah.
But he doesn't want to do that in radio.
He'd rather leave.
Right.
By the way,
Oh, there are
job
plenty
in-
of jobs in radio I did not like doing,
Yeah.
but I had no choice.
in New York.
New
In New York, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but in my case, it was Rochester. How old are you, Sal?
22.
22. I was still in college.
Sal's making
And then I had to go to
salary with
look,
benefits.
At 22, I was in Geneva, New York, doing part-time radio, and then I went to fucking Rochester, which I ended up loving. I mean, I really liked the people up there.
Yeah.
And then I moved on to Buffalo. This kid's in New York radio and saying, I would just leave.
I'd leave.
I'm not going to bring pizza for the jocks.
Right, it might be a better gig
that.
for you, Sal.
Well, I look 3 shades darker than you.
Huh.
Jesus.
Are they on the same pay scale, Johnny Tube Steaks and Sal?
I would think it's close, yeah.
Straight across trade,
Which, I mean,
money-wise.
Can we,
bummer for Tube Steaks.
for tomorrow's show, could we get a list of like what he does, Sal, his job description, and then Johnny Tube Steaks?
Should Sal write his own job description?
Yeah,
Oh,
you wanna
God,
do that,
that'd
Sal?
be great.
Yeah, whatever you guys
We
want.
should have an on-air review of Sal's performance.
Yes.
I wish intern David
where's
was still
intern
here.
David?
David was great at those. Remember David's reviews of people's
I
performance?
swear to you, it's one of my favorite bits.
Fantastic.
They were so fucking mad because every intern was way better than David, but we made David the main guy, and he took it so seriously.
Did they hate his reviews?
Oh my God, it's
Because he searched for the flaws in everybody.
oh my God, it was amazing.
He's just pointing out any little thing that every intern
Yep.
did wrong.
Yeah.
And they're sitting there yelling at him, "You do nothing right, ever." And he's like, "No, no, no."
If we play those clips,
That's not true.
Yeah, that when he tell everybody what they did wrong and they were contradicting him, you
Yeah.
just see his head start going.
nope, not
Getting
true.
in before he started
Yeah.
talking, his head's already shaking. Nope, nope, nope.
You think those clips still play, or it's
Yes.
or it has passed us by?
No,
no,
to me, those
we'll
clips.
replay that soon.
Yeah,
Plus, Apprentice is still huge.
yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe you could get me a few of those clips for tomorrow or something. I loved it. He took it so seriously.
He had a suit on.
He had a suit on. He made him sit down. He had all his paperwork.
He was very official.
Oh my God.
He was so official.
And he would bring up their strengths. You start with the strengths.
Right.
And then he would also
Like
have...
a typical corporate douche. He did
it was.
He had the perfect structure
He was
for
like
the
the
whole
Bobs.
thing. Yeah.
Like the two Bobs from fucking Office Space.
Yeah, exactly.
Can you tell me what it is you do?
All right, Sal, write up your job description today. Maybe for the next break, all right? Please.
Next break, sure.
All right, E-Rock back in studio. So the Tequila and Donut Day show was a huge success. And then you went on Sam's show, and we have one clip from your after show there.
Yeah, I didn't want to go crazy with after show clips. But.
All right, let's listen to that now.
E-Rock was like, I think maybe 3 shots deep.
Yeah, he looked okay to me at that point.
What do you think now?
You're very sweet and delicious when you're drunk. You should get drunk all the time. You're very mushy. And
You like it,
lovable.
Heather?
I think I
Girl.
could get Nicole at this point.
You do. You think you could fuck her if you weren't married, if things were different. Wow, Nicole.
You do.
Do you think he could? He's confident. He's charming.
Do you have to go, or... All right, let me give you a hug.
Look at this.
Steve's lovable. He almost hit her with his microphone by accident.
That was by accident. That
But
was
he-
not intentional.
But he made up with it with a hug.
No.
He's got no
You're
inhibitions.
very lovable right now. I
know.
love this.
I'm adorable.
You really are.
You're experienced.
Yeah.
After 10 to 13 shots, we'll say,
Yeah, I
of
would-
tequila,
Ooh.
what's that hangover going to be like?
It's gonna hurt like a motherfucker.
And when does that happen? I mean, normally a hangover would occur the next morning.
After you fall asleep, even if he takes a nap this afternoon, he's gonna wake up hung. Like if you close your eyes for like an hour or
Wake
two.
up hung.
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 Yeah.
Well hung.
Morning BJs. That's how you get woken up by Nicole.
Oh, I like his fucking his confident voice too that he was doing. Yeah,
was giving
wake
all-
up, morning blowjob, wake up by the cold.
All the girls were getting hugs.
Heather
I
B,
bet.
right?
Heather B.
Heather B likes this show, I think.
He was looking at. He looked at. Actually, I think we have more Heather B clips. Sal just told me if you want to hear.
Is it worth playing?
Who's Heather B?
From the real world. She works
First
over on
season?
Shay's, Sway Show.
The original Real World, New
Oh, the
York?
black girl came in?
Yeah.
Oh, I like Heather.
Heather B's all right. She's all right. What other clip you got?
This is where he brings in Heather B into the after show.
All right.
Whoa.
Can I point out?
that up.
Hey, I'm a good girl.
You're a good girl, Heather. You can point out whatever you want,
I want to
Eric.
say something to Heather.
Say something to Heather. Talk.
Because you're a bit younger than me.
I am.
You may have joined into the Real World series a little bit later.
Mm-hmm.
What? Heather, my favorite person on Real World Season 1.
No.
That's incredible.
You were
And
on
I'm
there
gonna
with,
say-
True Story.
I'm going to say fuck Eric Nees.
Wow. Wow, fuck him. Who else?
The country guy, no one gives a shit about.
Who was the comic that dragged? I know him so
That was
well.
Season
Kevin?
2. That was
No.
David.
Oh, David Edwards.
And what do you think of David, E-Rock?
David's awesome.
Right, but that's season 2.
And the what's her name? The girl from the girl he dragged out on Season 2.
Right,
is on
Tammy.
Basketball Wives, right?
Yep.
Right.
But let's get back to season 1.
Season 1, Heather B, superstar.
Number 1 cast
Number
member.
1 on that show. Look,
And what do you say about The Grind? Eric Nees' show.
fuck the grind. Are they replaying that?
No.
No one gives a shit about a dance show. Nobody.
Right.
You know what? He doesn't. You don't sound that drunk.
No,
Just confident.
He
there's
really
a
doesn't
few-
sound that
yeah,
drunk.
He's confident.
Every once in a while,
Couple of little,
he'll do that.
Yeah,
But
he's not sloppy like he was.
I don't feel like I'm listening to a guy that was 10 shots in.
No.
No, not at all. Where's Denny? He's outside the studio.
Oh yeah, over there.
All right, Denny was part of the big Tequila and Donut Day, and he was great.
Consummate radio professional.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
I want to see how the rest of his day was. Here he comes.
Yeah, that was Friday,
Denny.
of course.
Denny, Dennis Falcone.
Dennis.
This mic's hot.
Yeah,
oh
this-
yeah,
the
it's
mic
hot
is hot.
Move it
Don't
when it's
grab.
hot.
No, you don't move the mic when it's hot. We all know that now.
Why are you
we learned
obsessed with
that.
that?
How are you?
Daddy's got a catchphrase.
What's your catchphrase?
Is this mic hot?
Is this mic hot? Hey, and everybody goes, woo!
Danny, just go like this. I know you're a constant radio professional. Just go like this.
You kind of like not to move it because you don't want the people to hear what's happening behind the scenes. Of
course.
Give it that air of professionalism.
No, it doesn't.
But
it doesn't
doesn't that
at
make
all.
it a little more interesting?
Well, sure, but today's Motown Monday.
Oh, Motown
Is it
Monday.
Motown Monday?
Yeah.
Oh, so is that on the 60s channel?
Oh, it's always Motown Monday in my world.
Oh.
And you see the way you could use that on Monday is on Broadway. There is a new musical opening about Motown, and then you could do a cross promote to Soul Town here at Sirius XM, which plays a lot of Motown. So there's always a way to work pop culture things into cross
Do
promoting.
you think of any other channel besides this one at all?
I listen to the Pearl Jam channel, and that's it, because I don't have our channel in my car.
But I mean,
that's literally the only channel.
But a listener, I get it, as a listener. But as a guy employed here working, do you consider any other channel?
No, I wouldn't cross promote any of these.
Exactly.
Idiots.
No,
Exactly.
it helps.
Why?
It helps sell the value of the service.
Who cares though?
Like there's a new show tonight, Bates Motel.
Right.
You could promote the Elvis Channel, Heartbreak Hotel. You play that. You kind of work things into.
Would you do something like that? Like hey, tonight premiering is.
Yeah, but now he's getting ahead of himself because he wants. You should promote Motown Monday for us the way you just did.
Motown Monday.
You need a song to.
Yeah, how about Sal? How about All I Need by the Temptations? You know that one?
All I Need, right? It doesn't have enough ramp time.
We'll make it work.
Do you know how much ramp time that song has?
I think it's got 12.
He knows that every song's ramp time.
You find it yet, Sal?
We call it the intro, Jimmy. He calls it the ramp
give me some
time.
juice here. Pump it up. Turn it up. Oh, it's a Motown Monday here at Sirius XM. We always refer to these guys as being tan, tall, and talented. And all I need is a Temptations on Sirius XM.
Yeah, but you didn't do the cross promo with Broadway and all that.
Great.
Broadway? No, I just wanted to hit the song.
Okay. Well, I understand
And then
that.
if you do a back sell, hey, by the way, if you love the Tempting Temptations, you can find lots of them over on Sirius XM Soul Town. Channel 49, nothing but classic soul and Motown, 24/7.
That's it.
That's unbelievable.
He knows everything about the Decades channels, and
it's the art of the segue.
It is.
So we want to know how the rest of your Friday was after the tequila shots.
All right.
You did 3 on Friday.
Yeah.
Were you feeling it the rest of the day?
I was a little sleepy by about 10 o'clock or so.
Right.
And I just had a couple of pretzels and a couple of seltzers, and that took me right out of it.
Seltzer and pretzels.
Wow. And you were right.
Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was feeling good. I got
And what did you have to
nice
do?
Feedback. I had to work on the weekend shows.
Oh.
We have the Doo-Wop show on the 50s channel. We take care of Norman Knight, does 2 shows here on the weekend on the 50s channel.
Oh.
So there's lots of things going on. Plus, I'm always working on show prep and what's happening.
Show prep and what's happening?
What is that? What is in front of you?
It's always good to carry a clipboard around.
He carries shows, and he does. He carries a clipboard.
It shows that you're busy, and you always just know what's going on. Like today, the NCAA tournament. Everybody's talking about that.
Brackets.
No, so you could talk.
What do you got on the brackets?
What
do you got on the big
but
NCAA tournament?
I would cross promote to the Mad Dog Radio channel, channel
very
86, where they're talking sports all night and all day.
But how would that sound?
On Mad Dog channel?
No, I mean, how would the cross promote sound?
Hey, boy, I tell you, if you were, maybe playing Rubber Ball by Bobby V. Hey, that ball was bouncing by Bobby V. And speaking of bouncing, the NCAA tournaments, how's your brackets looking? Well, check it out on Sirius XM channel 86. Mad Dog will be talking that NCAA action all day and all night long.
I swear to you, I wouldn't know what channel Mad Dog was on.
No. I was just going to say, people ask me, so you're on Sirius XM? What channel are you on? I don't even know what channel I'm on. Never mind Mad Dog.
All right, I really do listen to the Pearl Jam channel a lot.
Yeah.
I don't know what number it is.
Don't know the number.
Well, that's why you have to do show prep ahead of time. Well, find it out. I mean, again, we have a lot of channels here. I don't know off the top of my head. So you do a little prep. You do a little prep work ahead of time. You want to talk about that? You want to talk about the Ultra Music Festival, which is going down in sunny FLA, down in Miami Way?
Mm-hmm. Down in Miami Way.
Yeah, there you go. That's on Sirius XM channel 52.
That's how you say Miami?
Also known as Electric Area, yeah.
Miami Way?
Yeah, the Sunshine State.
Do you do the left coast thing for
A
LA?
little KC and the Sunshine Band, maybe a little shake your booty.
Oh, from the Sunshine State.
Yeah, those guys came out of Hialeah, Florida.
They did.
Back in 1975. I tell you, when this song came out of the AM radio, it just exploded, right? When you heard Get Down Tonight?
Yeah.
I mean, the song that changed my life.
Really?
Oh, yeah. I mean, the whole disco thing and everything that was happening then.
Of course.
There's just so many great things.
Is Sal going to get the song?
Why would Sal get
What are you
the
doing
song?
in there?
He's too busy. His thumbs up his ass.
Sal, what's up? Sal.
And you see another good
exactly
cross
sure
promote
it's about
then. If you're going to talk about that, you talk about...
Wait. What, Sal?
I'm looking up Casey in the Sunshine.
You just
Wait,
you
did
don't know
you
how
just
to
say
spell.
you don't,
Cross promote.
you don't know how to
Get
spell
down tonight.
Casey in the Sunshine?
I honestly didn't know if it was the letters or it was the word Casey.
It's the letters.
Oh my God!
Do you know what J-O is?
These kids are young.
Or A-H?
Holy fuck!
Or you could just look up.
CS?
How about E-Rock takes? E-Rock, you could just go back in there.
Exactly. Just
Get
squeeze
down.
back in there.
You could even cross-reference it by get down.
Or just look up
GED.
sunshine.
You got it now, Sal?
Here, or look up and the.
Sal, you got it now?
I'm looking for it.
Oh my God!
Which one of the deep tracks?
Yeah, it is. It's one that's
No,
bare.
it's
not.
That's a power hit.
Oh, literal Denny.
Power
It's a
category.
power hit.
They're called power hits?
Yeah, it's a power.
What are the categories?
Well, you probably have A, your powers, B is your sub-powers, and C, your secondaries, D, your tertiaries.
When I worked at BAB, we had the WOW category.
Wow.
You're only allowed to pick one song out of the WOW category per shift.
Why? What would
Really?
happen
Per
if you
shift.
played two?
Usually
Oh, God,
at the
I
end-
don't know, because I was too scared to break the rule.
Oh.
You guys don't have a cough button here, because if you have to clear your throat, you just press down the button. You don't have that.
Because it's unprofessional to.
Well, yeah, it
To
does.
Aren't
cough
those
on the-
noises great
on
to
the
hear,
air.
though?
Oh, I guess so. Oh, you found it. You found it quicker than Sal did.
I could have had it a long time
Yeah.
ago.
Okay,
Yeah.
it's K.
Do you want
We actually have engineers in there looking for this.
Oh
now.
my God!
No, I know it's in there. I could have brought my hard drive of hits in here for you.
He's got a hard drive of hits. We learned.
Right.
His
wait.
hard drive of hits.
why are you standing?
What's that? Because you get better, voice.
Jimmy, he thinks we should be standing as we
Just,
broadcast.
I used to stand for years when we were on the afternoons, but I don't think it helps at all.
Just keeps your energy level up. When you're sitting down,
Yes.
you kind of relax, sort of like that.
See, you got to keep that
3
energy.
o'clock in the morning, FM disc jockey thing. And
Yeah, you start falling asleep. You don't want that.
Are overnight guys important in radio?
I think so.
Why?
Why? Because they set up the morning show. They have a good.
How can you
lead-in.
set up the morning show if the
because,
morning show audience is
Everyone's
sleeping?
in bed.
I mean, America is 24/7. You got guys working all night long, people working. Somebody wants to hear something, call into an overnight show. Let you know what's going on. Hey, don't forget, coming up right after 6 o'clock this morning, Opie and Anthony are going to be giving away tickets too, so they promote and they push it ahead. So they keep people listening. Hey, Dane Cook, funny man Dane Cook, who's celebrating a birthday, might be stopping by this morning with Opie and Anthony. You never know what's going to happen there. We're keeping it here, oldies all night long.
See?
I think it's
Middays
necessary.
middays don't mean anything, though.
No, sure they do. Sure they do. They set you up for the lunchtime request show.
Everything's just setting you for the lunchtime request show.
There's a lot of good things, a lot of good purposes. And a good morning show. Then you set the guys up to listen to the afternoon show.
Right,
Just
right.
keep the listener happy.
What about a night show?
Oh, a night show, without a doubt. People going out to a ball game, going out to dinner, jump in the car. They want to find out what's going on. Hit the radio.
Yeah.
The
So,
radio.
hit the radio.
What
Hit
has
the radio button.
regular radio has been wrecked? What do you think has ruined regular radio?
No, there's a lot of things. Limited formats. Too many
It'd be funny if you
commercials
just
on
said the
music
Jews
channels.
and went off an anti-Semitic tear for 20 minutes for no reason.
A lot of things. I mean, but that's why we got satellite radio. All these channels, and it's just
Do
fantastic.
you mind if I move my hot mic? 'Cause
You should probably hit the cough button.
I don't have a call.
You don't have a cough button there, huh?
No, we don't believe in
I
cough
have
buttons.
one.
You don't believe
I got
in
one.
it.
I hit right there, see? Yeah, there it
Couldn't
is.
hear
Like,
you.
Yeah, you got the cough button. That's nice.
I'm going to talk into a fan now.
One day,
am your
That's what you do every time you eat pussy. You get it?
So I also brought this. I also brought this other manual that I had when I
what do
worked
you
at
got on
one
your
radio
clipboard?
station. It's a manual about things to do and not to do in a radio station that was given to me when I worked at a radio station.
Wow.
Oh, can we go through that?
Yeah, like using correct grammar. Don't end sentences with prepositions.
What's that?
Use the correct verb tense. It's here are the Beatles instead of saying here is the association. There's proper ways of saying
The
things.
association of them.
Stay put in the studio. Any area in the station outside of the restroom is to be considered off limits during an air shift. I don't like calling it an air shift. I like calling it a show. A shift is when you're, loading a truck or working at McDonald's or something. This is a show. We're in entertainment. So I'll say, I got to do a shift today. I'm on the radio broadcasting this afternoon.
Wait, so
doing my show.
you only stay in the studio or go to the bathroom? But
Yeah, you should.
That's it.
And that's it.
Well, you should, because you have to know what's going on. But before then, if you didn't have the internet, you'd be looking in the Joel Whitburn books or looking up the newspaper and seeing, what you could talk about.
Right.
So you stay into your show.
Would you ever run out of the studio mid-shift to get a photo with a celebrity?
I'd ask the celebrity come in.
But you
Or
wouldn't
maybe
just
stand-
run out and abandon the show for a few minutes?
No, I don't think so. I mean, you have to bring the celebrity in, and I think they'd want to, promote what's going on.
Oh,
It's
sure.
good to get the call letters in and get the logo in the photo. Because then when it hits the press, they'll see, wow, the Opie and Anthony show had so-and-so in the studio.
What year did you start radio?
1979.
Wow.
1979.
I remember 79.
Wow. What are some of the other do's and don'ts?
Well, let's see. Always audition anything new. Spots, promos, music. Know what to expect, how a spot or promo will sound before it hits the air.
What, like the intro and then the outro also,
The
right?
ramp time, yeah, especially if
The
a
ramp
record,
time.
if a record ends cold or if it fades or
Oh,
something.
boy, you got to know that.
And remember, the proper IDs, for the radio station, what to say, what not to say. Always work in the liners. And the most important thing is your pacing. Use the kind of delivery in a normal conversation. Like if you're playing Morris Albert Feelings, you wouldn't want to be talking it up, like screaming over the intro. You'd have to bring your...
Because it's like,
down.
it's
It's a love
like,
song.
feeling.
Yeah, it's a love song.
Whoa, 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 feeling. You can't be going, hey, that was feeling.
No.
Yeah.
And we do have a love songs channel here too.
Oh, do we?
Channel 17. Nothing but love songs. And remember the other day I was mentioning about the double times?
Yes.
See,
Wait, explain double times for Jim Norton.
double time. You give the time digitally, then normally, like 6:57, 3 till 7. So people who might not have a digital clock, they go, gee, 3 minutes before I have to get out of the door to...
But can't they
ask
figure it
you,
out with the
who-
6:57
What
part?
person doesn't understand that 6:57 means 3 of 7? Like, what person hears 6:57 and goes, oh, good, I got 25 minutes before 7? Aren't they too dumb to count?
No, it's because they're just coming out, they're just waking up and they're kind of groggy around the house.
You
They
want to
don't
make it
have
very
their
easy
coffee.
for the listener,
Gotta
right?
make it easy. Keep
You got
it
to
simple,
spoon
Stanley.
feed.
There you go, yeah.
I learned about spoon
Keep it simple,
feeding.
Stanley. I always heard keep it
good.
simple, stupid, but Stanley's nicer.
No.
And
Any
the
other-
most important thing is watch your levels, stay out of the red. Don't
Oh,
keep
we're
things-
in the red
Yeah,
constantly.
you guys, there's just a lot. Like, never count the music. Like, say, here's the first of 4 in a row.
Why not?
No?
Well, because then people go, okay, so in 3 more songs they're going to hit commercials. But here we could say something cool like, we're in the middle of a zillion in a row, because we never play commercials. So we just keep it going. The music never stops.
It's true.
That's one of
And the
good
entertainment
things.
never starts.
And this is probably very important.
Yes.
Please treat all equipment, buttons, and switches with respect as if you own them. The finest gear in the world can be turned into junk if it's physically abused.
So we've had a few coffee mishaps.
Oh,
in the
that's
studio.
probably the biggest.
You
That's
see,
probably the most common.
You got to put a sign on the studio: no food and drink in the studio.
Including the hosts?
Well, yeah, I mean, come on. In your commercial break, you could step outside the studio and sip a little
But
water.
that
or
goes
something.
against your other rule. Never
You could
step outside the studio.
if you have to go to the bathroom, though.
Right.
If you have to go to the bathroom.
But
or
what about
something to drink,
food?
Just keep it away from the microphone. All right, keep it away from the controls there.
Yeah, the controls. You
okay.
don't want to spill
Sure.
anything on it.
Yeah.
That's probably the number one thing that happens to equipment is things get spilt on it.
Right.
But there's a lot of different things to do. During a shift change in the studio, hello is just about all that's necessary. Like, hey, I have to say hello. You don't have to talk about other things with fellow air talent, especially stuff behind the scenes.
Oh, you don't like a good crossover?
Well, it's a good crossover if you're talking about something going on at the station. Hey, what'd you do this weekend? That's not really important to the listener.
Oh, yeah. Parents have thought they know
unless-
anything about the personalities.
Shouldn't they know a little more about the personality?
Well, you have to watch that because you can't. You don't
Cousin
wanna be
Brucey's been
talking-
on the radio for 50 years and no one knows anything about him.
Yeah.
He's your cousin. That's all you need to know.
That's all you need to know. We've been doing it wrong all these years.
We have been.
Fuck.
And again, if you have any questions about this, the programming director's office is always open to be fully discussed.
Oh, great.
God,
Wouldn't that be
no.
a treat to go walking in there
No.
to discuss things?
Like, do you guys get off the air and have a little morning show meeting?
No.
No.
Yeah. From this floor to the lobby.
Exactly.
so
Our
then you
fucking
put-
fingers meet the elevator button.
So then you put together all your prep stuff for tomorrow's show. Say, hey, we're going to be talking about this. We're going to be talking about what happened on Dancing with the Stars last night, so we could review on.
Oh, so you have a little meeting. You meet.
You prepare so much, but you can only talk at 15 seconds at a time.
It's always good to have more stuff than not enough stuff. Right, even if you have a whole bunch of stuff. I remember a good buddy of mine, Ross Britton. You remember Ross?
I remember Ross Britton.
Yes.
Good disc jockey. And he was into the show prep thing years ago. He would have like 40 pages of stuff. And
40 pages?
And only use 2 or 3 pages.
Then why have the other 38?
Why not knock it down to 20 pages?
Well, because it's good to know. Say you're playing In the Midnight Hour by the Wicked One, Mr. Wilson Pickett. You look down on your sheet and say, gee, he was born back on this date in 1941.
All right, why don't we do a little something with that?
Let's hear a little something.
Oh, we got Casey and the
Wilson Pickett.
Sunshine Band,
Do we
too.
have Casey?
Yeah, we'll do KC first.
Let's hear a
for you.
little Casey.
You got it, Sam.
He's gonna play it.
All right.
okay,
You
go
know, shake, shake, shake your booty.
No, we got.
Oh, we're going to get down tonight. Oh, boy, I tell you, it sounded so good blasting out of your radio back in 1975. Didn't get any better than this. These guys came out of Hialeah, Florida. Right now in Florida, got the Ultra Music Festival going on. You can check that out on Sirius XM Channel 52. But right now, it's KC.
Oh, yeah!
Woo!
Fuck. Do you have a full-time shift here?
No, I'm just on standby. So I'm keeping a lot of things ready.
How
so
is this guy not on the air?
Why are you just on standby?
Because I'm doing programming work, doing a lot of things. You know, there's a lot more than what comes out of the speakers.
Do you do any shifts?
Yeah, sometimes I fill in on the 60s, fill in on the 50s or something. But
I would love to hear that.
If they need me, I'm here.
I want to fucking hear that.
Right.
I want to know when you're going to be on air, because I will listen to that program. I like the Decades channels. I'd like to listen to a little 60s, 70s hosted by you.
No,
it would be great.
It's all about having fun.
Yeah.
It's all about having fun. I enjoy coming to work every day and, mix it in with a lot of you broadcasters and stuff, fellow broadcasters. A lot of great legends that work here at Sirius XM. I'm just happy to be a part of it.
Fantastic.
Wow. I really am. Okay, if I move this microphone up a little there.
Oh,
I heard
breaking all the rules.
We kind of heard that.
And these headphones are nice. I have the Koss Pro 44As, the green ones. You ever see those?
I don't know what that is.
Professional disc jockey headphones. I'm going to bring those in.
Yeah.
He knows all the
those are professional
headphones.
disc jockeys. We use them.
Are
back
those
at
the best headphones
CBS.
to use?
Cousin Brucey used them for years.
Yeah.
And once I saw him wearing those, I said, "Hey,
Is he your idol?
Bruce, yeah, Bruce, a lot of great disc jockeys on the country. Brucey is late Robert W. Morgan, worked out in Los Angeles. Rick Shaw down in Miami.
Rick Shaw?
Yeah, a lot of great disc jockeys.
Wow.
Philadelphia had a
Hold
lot
on
of
a
great
second. Let's
jocks.
back up here.
High Limit.
Rick Shaw.
Let's back up. Did he work with Tractor Trailer? Rick Shaw?
Tractor Trailer.
That's awful. That's a terrible name.
I think that's true. A lot of radio stations years ago would have a jingle package, of Stan Holiday. And if Stan left, the next disc jockey came in, he would get that jingle.
Really?
He would have to be Stan Holiday.
He'd have to be Stan Holiday.
Wait,
or they would just cut it up, so they wouldn't have to
redo the jingle package.
the jingle, have to buy another jingle or something.
That would suck. You have no identity.
No,
Yeah.
like one radio station would always give guys the same names, like Jim James. So it's
Jim
easier.
James.
Yeah, it's easier for people to remember their names, too.
What about a name like Chuck Roast?
That would be a funny name.
That's a funny name.
Who would laugh at that? But I'm just curious.
I think people... simple people would probably laugh at it.
Simple people would be called it.
What's wrong with just a regular name?
Oh, I think Rick Shaw is a good name, though. I mean, it could be his
Yes,
real
if you're
name.
fucking
Richard Shaw.
Chinese and you have
No.
a fucking taxi.
It could be S-H-A-W.
Well,
it's
of
not.
course.
Shaw. No, I believe it was.
But it's supposed to be catchy.
Yeah, and it was.
But it's not, though. Why wouldn't you just his name, whatever his name was, Rick Humbercunt, whatever his real name was. Why wouldn't they just use their real name?
Because it's not memorable.
Yeah, it's gotta
Cousin
be.
Brucey, that's memorable.
Yeah, Cousin Brucey.
Rick Hunderhunt.
You want to do that
Hunter
other?
cunt.
You want to do that other talk up there?
We got a little Wilson
yeah.
Pickett?
Yeah.
I had a question.
Wilson.
Yeah.
Do you have a shift today?
No, I don't.
What's
But
all
I-
the prep for?
Just in case. Just in case I get the
No.
call, I'm ready. Yeah.
Holy
Yeah,
shit.
I go through all the prep
You're like a guy on the
stuff.
porn set taking Viagra, just hoping the actor doesn't show up. I love this
He's
guy.
well prepared,
Dude.
and the chance of you doing a show today is pretty much nil.
Well, you got to be ready. You got to be in the bullpen. You never know when you're going to be able to throw. Right? They might need you in the 8th inning there to come in and get that lefty out, and you're a specialist.
Imagine, when was the last time you got the call?
Last week or so. One of the guys.
Last
on,
week or so.
Yeah, last week I believe it was.
Last week, so you're just what?
on the
You-
60s channel.
You were just out there, or were you home or
I was
something?
at my desk.
You were at your desk.
And what'd they say?
And what'd they say?
Yeah,
Who
yeah.
came up to you?
The program director Lou Simon of the 60s channel said,
Right.
"Hey, could you fill in at 12 o'clock today?"
And you said,
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
And you had your prep and everything?
Got my prep, went on the internet and took care of things. Actually, on the iPad in the morning, I look over things that I want to maybe talk about, keep a note there.
Uh-huh.
So it's very easy. You can't be a lazy disc jockey anymore. You have to
Well.
have, you have to know what's going on. You have to be in tune about what's happening, with everything. Pop culture, the news.
I like learning things along with the
Yeah, it's kind
listener.
of fun.
That's my strong suit. Just kind of learning.
We get to be surprised too.
Right.
How about that Wilson Pickett? We got that ready?
Oh, sure. Let's
damn.
do this.
Sirius XM playing a great one. I tell you, he's a Rock and Roll Hall of Famer. We called him the Wicked One. Wilson Pickett. You can catch his music on Soul Town, Channel 49. He was born back on this date in 1941.
Holy shit. He got the 1941. I'm gonna wait right there. It's an amazing talent.
Do you think that ruins the song when people talk over the music?
Oh no.
I think it's part of the fabric of the format. People enjoy that. I mean, if you're on an album rock station, classic rock, you're not going to be talking up
You tell
the
'em.
intro.
You leave the intros alone.
Yeah. And you
Oldies, not
just
so
leave it
much.
there.
Fabric
because
of the format,
it's part
okay.
of the format. It's like
yeah.
when you go to for ice cream and you want sprinkles. That's part of the. You expect sprinkles on there.
That is a good point.
And, I think that's part of it. The jingles.
That's a good point.
Who are you on the New York radio message board?
No, I read that thing and I chuckle because those guys on there they make you chuckle. They know everything about broadcasting.
Oh, don't they? Yeah.
They've never been in the game, but it is amazing.
It is amazing.
You gotta love them.
The original name of that message board was Monday Morning Quarterbacking Douches, but that was already taken.
I love it. I love the professionalism.
He's got a clipboard. He's well prepared for a show he'll never do today.
For a show
that he'll never do today.
Always carry a clipboard.
I got to get a clipboard. Do you know something, by the way? If you walk around here with a clipboard, people are absolutely going to think you do something.
Right. They're not going to question it.
Why would you walk around with a clipboard if you're not doing something that needs a clipboard?
It's the McDonald's philosophy.
Yeah.
It's like always, even if there's nobody in the restaurant, keep wiping down the counter.
Always be cleaning, right?
Always, just keep wiping down.
ABC.
So it looks like you're busy
Always
with something.
be cleaning.
Yeah.
That's right.
And I used to enjoy sweeping up the parking lot when I worked at McDonald's because I'd put the radio on. and I'd listen at night to the radio. I'd go out there and back then when I used to smoke, I would have a cigarette, and the general manager came out. He goes, if you want to smoke, punch out and go home and listen to the radio. So I did.
Oh, shit.
And you got like a real Scarface Manny quit moment.
I thought I'd get calls from like Burger King or something or Hardee's. I figured I was zany, but I never got a call.
No, huh?
Never got the call.
You know what's amazing about doing the prep, even though you don't have, all this prep is topical, so he can't even hold
save it
until he has
right,
a show.
right,
That's
exactly,
what I'm saying.
exactly.
Every
So all this goes in the garbage and he starts fresh tomorrow.
No, you can always work it back in because say you don't have a Wilson Pickett song on today's playlist. Hey, he was born back on this day, 1941. We celebrated his birthday.
Well, how would you
yesterday.
change? Oh, I see.
Yeah, you just got to keep these things in mind. Like
okay.
we missed on Friday, we missed Ides of March. We could have played Vehicle.
Why don't we
Right?
play it now and see how this would have worked?
And a good bit that I wrote up about that.
All right, hold on. Let's get the song
Do we
first.
have the song Ides of March? Oh, wow, he's fast in there. Now, you might remember this song on American Idol when Bo Bice sang it. A whole new generation have discovered it. 1970, it's the original from the Ides of March. Drive away, baby!
Wow.
See, and you just hit a ramp there. Or you could say, here's Vehicle.
Right.
You
You
could just hit a
decided
ramp.
to hit it. Okay.
That's
so
just a
so
pose,
songs have
part
more
of
than
it.
one ramp
Oh,
sometimes.
yeah.
Sure.
And some people just
am
want to sing
loving it.
along with it, tap on the dashboard. I practice a lot in the car.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What's your favorite song to introduce? Like Bob Shepard of the Yankees said that his favorite name ever to introduce was Mickey Mantle. He just liked saying Mickey Mantle.
Mickey Mantle.
What is your favorite song?
Wow, that's real tough because there's so many great ones. I love playing "Moonlight Feels Right" by Starbuck, 1976, great summertime song.
Wow,
Very few songs have a xylophone in it.
That has a
reason for that.
xylophone.
That's a great one.
Xylophone stinks.
That's a great one. Staying alive because you're just pumping the energy. You
Oh, yeah.
close your
yeah.
eyes and you're just feeling that guy strutting down 86th Street in Brooklyn.
Exactly.
So there's
Andy
just so
Gibb
many.
grabbing his chest. Hey, could you play "Staying Alive"? I want to hear him introduce that.
Oh, it was right around this time of the year, 1977, when a music came out, and you said, hey, what is this song from? It's from a brand new movie called Saturday Night Fever, The Brothers Gibb. They're going to be strutting with Staying Alive.
Oh, man. Oh, man.
It's incredible.
Yeah, well,
Nice.
it was kind of interesting because back then when you heard How Deep Is Your Love,
Yes.
you said, gee, is this a new song by the Bee Gees? Where's it coming from? And then the song would be in that movie, Saturday Night Fever.
Well, it was
which had so
a
many
huge
great Bee Gees
soundtrack,
songs.
that one.
One of
Huge
the biggest
soundtrack.
soundtracks of all time, right?
Right, and we play a lot of all that great disco classics on the Studio 54 channel, Sirius XM 15.
Why wouldn't they make that channel 54?
That's what I thought he was going to say. That one's easy.
What's on 54?
I don't know.
Oh, it must not be a music
You
channel,
can't switch that? That seems like a logical thing to do.
Well, these things are for people higher than my
you can't
pay
have
grade.
Studio
Higher than his
54.
pay grade. He's such a good soldier.
I know.
He's just like, it's higher than my pay grade.
But you can't have Studio 54 on channel 15.
15.
I've seen you at that desk so many times. I had no idea that every minute you're just fighting being fired.
Oh, Jimmy.
I'm joking with him.
He's
I
fantastic.
see him every day.
Do you program the music?
Yeah. I
Oh, okay.
program the music for the 50s, 60s, help out on the 80s channel.
What's
program the Love
the
channel.
most important about, let's say, an hour block of music. What's most important getting in there? What do you want to do with that hour?
Well, you want to make sure everything flows properly. You don't want to have too many slow songs back to back. You don't want to have too many R&B songs. You don't want to have two instrumentals, within the hour or something. So you want to have a good flow, so people get a good representation of the 50s.
Okay.
So you're playing some Rock and Roll Hall of Famers. You're playing some one-hit wonders. You're playing some early surf music, or just a little bit of everything. A good cross-representation of the decade.
Good. See, you don't just like pick songs and just pop them in willy-nilly.
Do you know how fucking revolted he would be by the way I do my Boneyard show?
Oh, God, Jimmy.
Oh, would you hate
But,
it?
but that's
you
but
walk
that's
around
the
with a
difference.
clipboard, don't you, Jimmy? With
I
all
do.
your Boneyard prep?
No, I just draw like giant tits and hairy pussies on it, and I show people.
Willie's Roadhouse is on 54?
No, this is the closest thing.
56.
We don't even have at Channel 54.
Can't they just make
that's
54?
That's why he said, I don't know.
Right.
Like, it's like, what's on 54? It's like, I don't know.
Right.
Because there is no 54.
Yeah, but on Channel 56, Willie's Roadhouse,
Yeah.
you know who Charlie Pride is?
Yeah,
of course.
Great.
Do you mention in your intro how he always says his K's like this? Tall.
He's 75 years.
K's.
He's 75 years young today. I never say young. 75
Oh,
years
you're one of
young.
those guys.
Yeah,
That's nice.
People feel
That's
young,
nice.
and you can hear a lot of Charlie's music on that channel.
Oh.
On Willie's Roadhouse, like "Kiss an Angel, Good Morning."
No, it's sad.
Tall.
The company doesn't.
Is anybody going to San Antone?
Here's a company man, but the company doesn't give a fuck about it.
I know. He should be like
CEO. He should be the CEO.
The CE fucking O.
You should be upstairs, Dennis.
Could you play his Charlie Pride song? What's the one I want to hear? Oh, how they love to talk.
I got a question for Dennis as he finds that song. Does it make you mad when they just give like radio shows to guys that have never done radio?
No, because those are guys who bring a lot to the table. They've got
Always positive.
It's like the color analyst.
Yeah.
You know, the play-by-play guy. I
We
don't
call
like
him Frank.
I don't like two play-by-play guys in the booth. I like a play-by-play guy and a color guy so he can analyze what's going on. You know,
Right.
when I played with the Indians back in '87, we had a left-hander,
they're
so
Native
I could
Americans.
talk.
So you're okay that Eminem gets paid millions and he doesn't even have to show up?
Well, we have his name when we have his authenticity to the channel, and he brings a lot to the table. I think Eminem does a credible job here. More crickets, huh?
Have you seen him here a lot?
Yeah, all the time. We go to lunch.
He's lying.
No, you're just lying,
really.
Dennis.
Not really.
It bothers you, doesn't it?
No, it doesn't bother me. Hey, it's their company.
Did you have any
They do what they want.
mobile DJ gigs this past weekend?
Not this weekend, but I've got one on Thursday night.
Yeah, what do you got?
I've got one. I've got a dance for the United Cerebral Palsy people.
Oh,
nice people.
very
I do a lot of.
You're going to see
dances
some
like
unusual
that.
dancing.
I do a lot of good things for them, and
That's good.
people like have a
Very
good time.
nice of you.
Out at Long Island Post. It used to be CW Post.
They don't call it CW Post
they don't
anymore.
call
LI Post. LI University.
That's
I
crazy.
see.
They're trying to make it sound like, something it isn't.
So we get out there and we have
So
some
you should
fun.
be booked every weekend. Why aren't you booked every
Got a
weekend?
job this weekend. Got one Saturday too. Got a birthday party. I believe it's christening.
He spins.
So I,
you do DJ work. Okay.
Yeah. So I actually picked up some new hula hoops this weekend. Got to bring some hula hoops out for the kids. Retape the limbo pole.
Sure.
Yeah, well, I got a nice, like a big long dowel, like a big rod that you would have in the closet. And I painted it, and I put
Nice.
tape on it and sparkles and everything.
He
So,
takes his limbo pole seriously.
so bring the limbo pole out there.
Some piece of
Bring
shit
the
thing
limbo
out, right?
pole out.
Yeah, and you get two kids, usually some older kids, some teenagers who are kind of hip for the room and they don't want to do it. They help out, say, all right, I need you two guys to help me out with the limbo pole. We
And they
get
hold the
everybody-
limbo pole.
And we get whoever birthday is to lead the line.
Limbo,
Oh,
limbo,
nice.
and you do that.
Keep the limbo
What
going.
other activities do you do at some of these?
Musical chairs is always a big hit.
Oh, yeah.
How old are the kids that play musical chairs?
Communion age, younger, 12 years old. Or we could do adult ones too. Adult ones are fine at block parties.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you ever play musical chairs and there's one person in a wheelchair and they just have to kind of sit there while everybody runs around them and they win every time?
We always make sure the kids are winners. That's the thing. Everybody gets a
very
prize.
nice.
How do you do that?
Oh,
When you
that's
get
nice.
knocked out, you come over
Very
and see me,
nice.
and I give you a pair of like psychedelic glasses or something. Or, so everybody feels good.
How many?
I can't tell
Just
you
keep,
how great.
Or Hawaiian lays.
How many
I call them
times have you-
tropical necklaces, though. I don't call them.
How many
Hawaiian
times have you
lays.
thought about
Right.
swallowing a shotgun?
I just enjoy having fun with the kids.
God, it'd be out of my fun.
You don't call it lay. You don't call it
Tropical necklace.
It's a
We're giving out a
tropical
tropical
necklace.
necklace as we play Kokomo in the background.
I would be out of my
That's
mind.
great.
I would just contemplate suicide every day.
I love this lifestyle.
God bless
Love
you,
it.
Dennis.
I'm having fun.
Dennis Falcone.
Obviously.
What's the
Obviously.
website again? We gotta make sure you're booked all summer long.
We're trying. DennisFalcone.com. I appreciate it, though. Got a couple of guys gave me a couple of hits over the weekend. Said they enjoyed me on the show. That was very nice.
Yeah.
We had fun.
I just picture so many bodies in his crawl space somewhere. It's just...
He's sitting there with a bunch of cadavers just fucking hitting the post.
He's such a nice guy and just like so positive about everything. I really enjoy that because it's so rare around this building.
What else is on your prep sheet for today, considering you're never going to do it?
Maybe we'll use some.
Well, you should just do it here.
We mentioned that Donna Summer received 3 consecutive albums, and she got the Walk of Fame back on this day in 1992.
Oh.
Well, how's she doing?
Not too well, but we do have her memories.
How about a little...
But we do have her memories.
And we do have the music.
Right.
Last Dance. Time to wrap things up. We hope everybody then had themselves a great time celebrating today. Happy birthday again to Opie, celebrating his birthday today. Let's have a nice round of applause for our guest of honor. And make sure everybody, just like giving it this.
Oh, I thought it was my actual
Make sure
birthday.
you guys get home safe. We'll see you again real soon. If you'd like to have me entertaining your party, make sure you check me out, DennisFalcone.com. Let's take it back in time. The movie TGIF. Thank God it's Donna Summer and Last Dance. Take care, everybody. Get home safe.
Get home safe. I love him.
You know, and if it's a Friday night,
I just want to hug him.
And if it's a Friday night party, hey, have a great weekend.
Right.
You know, if it's Saturday, hey, enjoy your Sunday. And if it's Sunday, have a great weekend.
What a
Get back to
positive
school.
guy.
Everything is so
You
positive.
ever get mad? You ever have any negativity in your life?
Well, sometimes when I can't get the people up on the dance floor, you know, because,
Well, that would get you a little
sometimes
miffed.
Because you feel like you're doing something wrong, right?
I do a lot of jobs for volunteer fire departments around the country. And
those bums.
God bless those guys who go out there at 3 o'clock in the morning if the phone rings and they got to be there.
Oh, yeah.
So when they, you all of a sudden you see a table of 25 guys, you gotta go, I don't think these guys are going to be dancing.
Right.
So you just play what they want. Hey, you got any Thorogood? So you play George Thorogood. Play any Boneyard music or something like that. Or, and just try to entertain, play to the crowd. So even if I have to be a human jukebox, just play to the crowd.
Do you believe in the devil's music?
No, I don't like to play any devil's music at parties.
No.
No. Well, there was a good disco song called "Devil's Gun" by CJ and
Could you
Company.
hit the
That's
post?
a good song.
Could you hit the post on Hell Awaits by Slayer?
No, I'm not too familiar
That's
with that
what we
song.
should do. Make him hit the post
Not too familiar with that
on
song.
some evil songs.
Yeah, let's get some Slayer up. I want to see if you can hit. Hey, wait, no, let's get Evil by Merciful Fate. I want to see if you can hit the post on that.
What's the ramp time on that?
I don't
Because he
know.
doesn't know the song.
I don't know the song.
No, but he'll
but
be
I do
able to-
have other work to do.
He'll be able to hit it.
Oh, you're trying to get out of here?
He does have other
Look,
work
he doesn't
to
want to
do.
deal with the devil's music.
Well, no, the thing is, you see, that goes back to something we were talking about the manual here.
Oh, yes.
I would have to listen to that song ahead of time in the production studio.
Right.
So I would know. So, if, because I worked at a country radio station years ago, and I wasn't as familiar with the music, so I'd get in about an hour before I was on the air.
Oh, my God.
And I'd look at the playlist and say, gee, I'm playing this new song by Tim Mcgraw. And I'd listen to it, and I'd see that it has a 9-second ramp time. Mm-hmm. And what's the song about? Mm-hmm. So I, didn't go into it. Because you never want, you're the voice of authority on the radio. You never want to say, gee, I don't know this song.
Right.
I say nothing but I don't know.
Yeah, but that would be fun to listen to.
Yeah,
Because it would be different.
Well, because, again, if you're the voice of authority of the country music station, you say, oh, boy, I tell you, we got a brand new one by Tim Mcgraw. Tim's going out on tour next week. You could catch him over on Polestar.com, find out if he's going to be in your neck of the woods. You just always know what's going on. Because a person tunes in the radio, and they want to hear somebody, a voice of authority.
Sure. Someone that's going to guide them.
From now on, you've just elected your voice of authority on this radio program.
Oh, wow.
That's right.
Who is it going to be?
It's going to be me.
Jim Norton?
That's right. Ope talk.
Can we? I think we want him to talk up some evil shit.
Yeah, play.
Would you do that for us?
Fate
It's a 30-second intro.
It's a 30-second intro.
Good gosh.
What's this song about, Jimmy? I really don't know.
Good gosh, I could read the phone book.
I was born in a cemetery. It's about a guy who was born in a cemetery and he violates a girl in her grave.
You got that, Dennis?
Yeah.
But talk it up like it's an oldies favorite.
And what's this song called?
He's talking about how he'll dig up a girl's body and make love to shame. Like he'll have sex with this girl's body and kind of humiliate her body after she's dead. It's called Evil.
And the song is called Evil?
Yeah, by Merciful Fate.
All right.
Merciful Fate.
It's off an album called Melissa.
Melissa, like the Allman Brothers, Sweet Melissa.
Yeah.
This is just.
Well,
Melissa.
it's a little different than that song.
Yeah.
And you play this on Boneyard?
I play it on Boneyard. I play it in my house. I play it while I'm making love.
Oh.
What would be the channel number for Boneyard? So I give you a cross promotion.
You got me by the short and curly.
You don't know.
No, why would I? I just say
That
Ozzy's
is
Boneyard.
so funny. We have no idea what
I'm
channel
on the Boneyard every night. I have no clue.
Boneyard is.
I finally know we're on 105 and 206. For the longest time, I got confused
38.
by that.
Channel 38.
All right,
Ozzy's
38.
Boneyard.
Yeah.
No, you got to give the full name of the channel.
All right,
It's Ozzy's Boneyard.
And make believe this is just a classic oldie song, okay?
Oh, yeah,
We want the
just talk
same
it up.
delivery, please. All right, you ready?
Go ahead, hit it. Well, good morning. I know it's tough getting up on a Monday morning and getting things off to work, getting the kids into the car, but I tell you, I got something that's really going to get your blood pumping. It's a great song. I love these guys. I hung out with them last summer. It's Merciful Fate and Evil. Matter of fact, my buddy Jim Norton plays this for you on Boneyard. You can check that out on Sirius XM Channel 38. I heard right to that guitar there. See that?
Right.
Yeah,
That's a ramp right there.
Yeah, so I really could,
You hit
Yeah,
one of
yeah.
the ramps.
I hit one of the ramps there.
But you didn't talk about the grave and all that.
No, that's not my shtick.
That's not his shtick.
That's not my shtick. It's like I wouldn't expect Jimmy to perform at a communion birthday
Right.
reunion party. That's not
That
his
was my
shtick.
pants on.
Yeah, that's not his shtick. You know, you have to know your strengths and you have to know your weaknesses.
Well,
What if a
that's pretty
particular radio show we only have weaknesses? What if we are one giant weakness?
That's the beauty of it all.
good. Oh, yeah.
Well, Dennis, we've seen you around here for years. Just barely said hi to you. Talked to little Islanders.
Yeah.
Little
And then you
Yankees.
became a star
yeah.
this past Friday on the Tequila and Donut show that E-Rock brought to the table. So-
Rock
yes.
was a little mean to you, though. I didn't care for that.
Yeah, I didn't like that at all.
I was a little mean-spirited.
No, you
to
know
be
what?
fair,
It's showbiz.
Dennis was also calling E-Rock. He wasn't calling him E-Rock.
What are you calling him?
They called him Slavo.
Oh. Was it because of his weight?
I understand. Well, his whole, he's got to come a little nicer dressed here in the office because, I mean, he's not only in the studio with you gentlemen in the morning, he's also out there mingling, so people walk around, they want to see somebody a bit
Being
more presentable.
representative of this
Yeah,
program,
he's
maybe.
basically a slovenly pig, you're saying.
I'm back in the golden age of broadcasting. Broadcasters wore shirt and ties to the radio station.
Oh.
That was nice. You look up a picture of William B. Williams, the legendary disc jockey who worked at WNDW 11.
See a picture of Willie B.
Yeah.
Willie B.
How many years
Williams.
was he
Shirt
there?
and tie.
Shirt and
He was there for
tie.
about 25 years or so.
Oh,
he was
God.
there for a long time.
Oh.
He used to
Shirt
play
and
a lot
tie.
of Frank Sinatra music. He just, he was just a very suave,
Very
debonair-looking
replaceable,
guy.
yeah.
Well, that's just from
Let me see.
another
Yeah.
Willie B.
fucking
There
time.
he is.
They used to wear,
Willie
they
B.
used to wear suits to baseball games, too.
There he is.
And they would lynch blacks.
They all have the Beatles look
They
going
used to
on.
wear suits to Broadway shows.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just going out. People used to wear suit and tie or
On airplanes.
On airplanes. It was
Yes.
very nice too.
Right. All right.
That was
well,
very
you-
nice.
Did they really?
Yeah.
Well-
Get dressed up to go on a
Flight
plane.
800 wrecked that.
Yes.
Those
Well,
good
Dennis,
ties ruined.
your shift is over, so why don't you intro the last song of your shift and get the hell out of here?
All right, why don't we have something? Hey, how about by Irene Cara? She is 54 years young today.
Wow.
Irene Cara.
Yeah. You got a little fame, maybe?
Yes, some fame.
How can I ask you a question? How can you teach me to hit the pose? Because I kind of admire what this guy.
Oh.
I don't. How long is the fucking ramp on this where I would need to talk?
I think, fame, about 20 seconds or so.
Is it?
Whatever. Yeah. You just feel it. You
Well,
just
I'm
feel
not
it.
good at
Again,
feeling
that
it.
would go back to listening to it before you actually.
Again.
Okay,
Can I practice a few times?
Can I
in the
try it
car?
once and then you do it? Because you'll do it better than I will.
Oh, everybody does their own thing.
All right,
Yeah,
let Jimmy
you
do it first.
Fame.
Irene Cara.
It's a birthday.
So you
today,
look
Jimmy.
a little something up about her, right?
Birthday.
Okay.
54 today.
All right.
She's in the movie Fame. She also sang the song from that.
Jimmy knows
Couple
who
of years
Irene
later.
Cara is,
Sure.
I think.
Flashdance.
All right, you
also
ready?
good.
Yeah, this is one by Irene Cara. You might remember her from Fame while she was crying with her ugly tits out. The guy told her to suck her thumb. Remember that? And Bruno wanted to really fuck her, and he never got to. And then she was in DC Cab. She got picked up by Charlie Burnett. He died of AIDS in real life. It's kind of sad. Here it is.
Oh, you hit a ramp, though.
He had this is the wrong version.
No, this is the wrong
This is the wrong
version.
version. That's
Yeah.
okay, but you did hit the ramp.
It's the wrong version. She should have started singing.
You're exactly right. He had it.
Ugly.
She sure did. Old fucking Colonel, old fucking candy corn tits. Played the wrong version, Travis.
Yeah.
I was
The wrong
on
version.
I was
I
ramping
played
up.
the one that was on the Fame soundtrack.
I was ramping up for old candy corn
You want
tits.
the other one?
Yeah, let Dennis.
Dennis, you do
Dennis, your shift is over. You're out of here. Here's your last song.
Mention her candy corn tits.
Yeah, can you mention that at least? No.
We'll see if we can work that in because I've got some other stuff to mention.
All right. He's not going to touch that.
Sirius XM, I tell you, I've had a blast reliving the past for you today as we reach back in time. But of course, if you're into the movie Dancing with the Stars, the TV show Dancing with the Stars, I should say, season 16 is recovered. It's live radio. You can recover. Season 16. Can you believe that? Season 16 tonight. Check it out. In the meantime and in between time, let's go back to 1979 with Irene Cara and Fame.
Jesus.
That's live radio. You could recover.
You recovered.
You did recover.
You recovered well.
And another thing about recovering, never say, excuse me.
Oh.
Calls attention that you made a mistake.
Who cares, though?
Just go on.
I love it. It's such great advice.
It really is. We can learn something from Dennis Falcone.
Little things. It's been a pleasure.
I notice you smile when you talk.
Yeah, because I'm happy.
No, but I mean that projects
the way you
a happy
sound?
voice.
Well, that's like when you do a live promotion, a broadcast, right?
Yeah.
I'm sure when you guys are out on location, you're there smiling at people. Right?
Yes,
Hey, how are
as
you?
we're getting into
Jim
the van
Norton.
to go home. Being rid of these fucking mutants.
You guys have to spin, if you spin the wheel of prizes, people have a good time.
You know when I
that's
smile
true.
during a live event? When I can hear Opie and Anthony in the next room on the air, and I'm getting jerked off in a bathroom. That's when I'm smiling.
Dennis,
That's
comment? No.
never happened to me at a live promotion. That's because I was giving away T-shirts and koozies.
Right.
Thank you, Dennis.
Fantastic.
Take care, guys. I wanted to shut my mic off. I just don't want to take the headphones
Oh,
off.
well,
Yeah, it's
you know,
fine.
yeah,
It's okay.
Yeah, we got to get that
Jesus.
button. Feedback.
You're all right with leaving the studio? The on-air light's still on.
Take care, guys. I've had a blast reliving the past.
Thank you.
with
A blast reliving the past.
Dennis Falcone.
Thank you,
everyone.
Dennis.
They should be paying
Fantastic.
him way more than whatever
Oh,
he
my
makes.
God.
All right, do me a favor, E-Rock. Ask him if he smelled my gassers. Someone, I fucking dropped like 8 gassers.
Did you? I wasn't
That
able
whole
to-
time? He's too much of a professional
But
to
ask
bring
him,
up.
yeah.
ask Dennis if he farted. He'll probably go, no, I smelled it.
Yeah.
He's a pro.
He is a treasure around here, and I'm sure they don't even know his name.
They don't give
and
a-
just treat him like
They don't give
a
a shit
Yeah.
that he's here.
He
Unbelievable.
used to be the overnight dude, like not like on the air overnight. Like he used to have to come in at like 4 o'clock in the morning.
Really? After all these years of broadcasting.
Yeah.
I remember seeing him when I'd come in the door. He would be sitting at that little desk next to the door.
He got here before us.
And he was here before us, yeah.
E-Rock,
Comment.
comment?
There he is.
Did he smell Jimmy's farts?
Not at all.
Not at all.